Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are going to be covering some news that came out from GameInformer in regards to the Be a Pro mode in NHL 22. Now, obviously, Be a Pro was completely revamped in NHL 21, and for the most part, it was pretty well received, but after that first season, it was a little empty, and it did come with some glitches that made it a little frustrating. So it does look like it will be receiving some love inside of NHL 22. We also got some info on how XFactors are going to work in Hockey Ultimate Team, as well as in franchise mode. All right, guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to my TikTok. I'll be posting exclusive content on there all season long, from news and information to player reviews and pack pulls. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. Link is down below. Let's get into the video. Now, before we talk about this article, I do need to give a shout out to my man Thrash94 Gaming. He was the one that brought the GameInformer article to my attention, and if you haven't been following him on YouTube or Twitter, make sure you do. The links are down below. Now, with all of these articles coming out about NHL 22, most of them revolve around the same info being released. However, in each and every single one, there has been a new tidbit or two that has given us more info on what 22 is going to be like. This one specifically from GameInformer does mention Be a Pro and a pretty substantial change to it going into NHL 22. So the article does state, in addition to the unique challenge to earn points towards X-Factor abilities, Be a Pro will now have multi-season storylines, so the fun doesn't stop after your rookie storyline. Now, if you played through this year's iteration of Be a Pro, you notice the gigantic change in terms of cinematics and storylines throughout your rookie season. However, after that, it was kind of empty, and that kind of left a bad taste for some fans who really do enjoy the mode. Overall, the changes to it were incredible, and honestly, when you compare all of the other single player Be a Pro type games in sports, other than maybe an NBA 2K, Be a Pro was really the best one. And they did a really good job. Road to the Show in MLB hasn't been touched in years. And Madden, it just really doesn't exist. So, Be a Pro in NHL, I thought they did a great job. And now with this news about a continued storyline throughout multiple years, I can't wait to see how that plays out. Something else that hasn't really been touched on, obviously with the jump to the Frostbite engine, graphics are going to see the biggest overhaul from NHL 21 to 22. And really, the graphic change is the best we've ever seen in the history of EA Sports NHL. Now, on GameInformer, with this interview, NHL producer Clem Kwong also states this about NHL stadiums going into 22. EA Vancouver is hoping to leverage the Frostbite engine to increase its visuals, realism, and wow factor. The game certainly looks the best it ever has, with better lighting, uniform improvements, and enhanced player likeness. According to Kwong, all of the arenas have been rebuilt and relit to bring the atmosphere to life. One immediate noticeable thing is how much better and more realistic the ice looks in general. Players are also getting some upgrades in the looks department. Over 100 star players and generic player head models have been rebuilt from the ground up to reflect the current season and bring more detail to your favorite players. Another question that has been asked quite a bit was in terms of presentation. Obviously, the NHL is moving away from NBC to ESPN. A lot of people had the question, is the broadcast still the same with Cybulski and Ferraro? I can't confirm that Cybulski and Ferraro will be the commentators yet again for NHL 22, but the presentation on the ice and in-game seems to be getting an overhaul. From GameInformer, the bulk of EA Vancouver's NHL 22 reveal was focused on how X-Factors will change the game, but some other interesting tidbits were also revealed. First off, to accommodate this entry's superstar focus, EA Vancouver says it has revamped the broadcast presentation. The team will have more to share on specifics later, but we did hear some new commentary focusing on the top talent and what their abilities lend to in the game. It also looks like X-Factors will impact franchise mode as well. We did get news and confirmation that X-Factors will be in franchise mode in NHL 22. The article goes on to state, NHL 22 wants you to constantly adapt to the competition, whatever challenges these skilled players bring your way. Franchise mode will also accommodate X-Factors in new scouting reports, letting you scout pro and amateur players for them. X-Factors will also affect line chemistry, as you will want to mix and match players with complementary abilities. Time to pair up expert passers with the deadly snipers. I'm curious to see if that is going to override their actual player type, so power forward, sniper, playmaker, that kind of thing, and how it is if it's going to supersede that, and if you have a someone with an unbelievable shot X factor, if you need tape to tape to kind of boost them up for line chemistry. That'll be interesting to look out for. The last few interesting points from from the article did pertain to XFactors and how they'll impact different modes. So it goes on to state, for modes like Be a Pro, your player will earn X-Factor abilities throughout their career with special challenges to earn X-Factor points and unlock more slots for them. So it does look like as you progress through your Be a Pro career, there'll be a skill tree or something of the sort that requires you to hit a certain amount of prerequisites or experience to unlock X-Factors for your Be a Pro character. In Hockey Ultimate Team, players with X-Factors will undoubtedly be the most sought-after player items. Some cards will also have upgrade slots available to add a zone ability. That is very, very interesting because that means we are going to get upgradable cards in Hockey Ultimate Team. I've said for a long time, the thing I want to see most is in-game performance directly impacting upgrades in Hockey Ultimate Team. For example, if you score 20 goals with a specific player, upgrade them much like what we have in the parallel system in MLB. Basically, if you haven't played MLB, what happens is as you play with those cards, they upgrade to a maximum of +5. Now, obviously, I don't know if it would be the same level of improvement in NHL, but something along those lines where if you perform with those cards, they increase would be the number one priority in terms of just content for me. It also goes on to say, and yes, X-Factors will also make their way into Chell, where you will get one default zone ability depending on the archetype you select. So in World of Chell, it looks like you're going to select an X-Factor, and you will also have more ways to customize your skater as you can invest points you earn into what skills you want within that specific archetype. So you're going to be able to select an X-Factor that has a zone ability, and then you can select an archetype, and then in that archetype, you can go ahead and choose individual stats to increase. So it does look like a hybrid of that system we had in, I believe, NHL 13, where you could get a full custom build inside EASHL, which I think is just a super welcomed thing back into World of Chell because that was really sought after. So guys, that is going to do it for me today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and give the video a like if you did enjoy it. Also, don't forget you can check me out live on Twitch, twitch.tv/nosleeves12 every single day at noon Eastern time. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, fellas.